What's up, folks? Your buddy Fatalroadie doing a Raw recap. Miz and Morrison come out for Miz TV. They run down the card for tonight. The Miz shills his TV show. Who cares? Randy Orton interrupts. He comes down with a purpose. Orton thinks that Miz and Morrison are trying to set him up and tells the Miz to take his shot. Miz and Morrison run their mouths some more. The New Day come out. All they want to do is laugh at Orton and Miz and Morrison. There's a big fight breaks out. Drew McIntyre comes out. Orton and McIntyre fight. The Miz hits McIntyre with the Money in the Bank case. McIntyre eats an RKO and the heels stand tall at the beginning of the show. As if we didn't waste enough time, Elias is in the ring wasting more time. 20 minutes of bullshit and we finally get our first match. Jeff Hardy versus Elias versus Matt Riddle, who's now called Riddle. Bruh. Lord knows why. In a Survivor Series qualifying match. This wasn't a bad match. It was pretty well paced. There's a good bit of action. Matt Riddle hits the Bro Derek on Elias and gets the pin, so he's now on the men's Raw Survivor Series team. Backstage, Adam Pearce is talking to AJ Styles, who's soon approached by Sheamus and Braun Strowman, who take exemption to him being the captain. In another backstage segment, Drew Gulak wants to join the Hurt Business, and they answer him with a beatdown. After the Hurt Business leave, R-Truth runs up, gets his 24/7 title back. Who cares? We then get a video package for Veterans Day, which is this Wednesday. Then we get Lana versus Shayna Baszler. Lana comes out very hesitant. Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke are at commentary. Nia Jax is at ringside. This is a glorified squash match. Lana taps out to the Kirifuna clutch. Jax starts to set Lana up for the Samoa drop, but Rose and Brooke stop her. And for the 9 o'clock talk segment, we got AJ Styles coming out for a team meeting. He introduces his team: Keith Lee, Sheamus, Matt Riddle, and Braun Strowman. Everybody argues. Matt Riddle has an idea, gives everybody code names. AJ tries to hype up the team, then comes up with a wonderful idea of a tag team match. Keith Lee and Matt Riddle versus Sheamus and Braun Strowman, and he himself is going to be the special referee. This was a useless match. AJ Styles eats 2 kicks from Riddle, ends up getting sandwiched by Strowman and Lee. At this point, Big Chungus gets into the ring, and we go to commercial. Nothing ever happens out of this. After a bunch of infighting, Matt Riddle gets a surprise roll-up on Sheamus, gets the win. Like I said, it was a meaningless match. Don't know where this was going. Backstage, Nikki Cross meets up with Alexa Bliss. Cross gives Bliss an ultimatum. It's either me or him. Alexa Bliss chooses him and walks off. Then we got MVP and Bobby Lashley in the ring. MVP is predicting it's going to be the Street Profits versus the Hurt Business at Survivor Series, because next week the Hurt Business is going up against the New Day for the tag titles, and that Bobby Lashley will ragdoll Sami Zayn. Titus O'Neil then comes out. He's pissed off at the beatdown he got a couple of weeks ago. He challenges Bobby Lashley to the U.S. title. MVP tells Titus just to walk. He doesn't, so we have our next match: Bobby Lashley versus Titus O'Neil for the United States Championship. This was a glorified squash match. Bobby Lashley got the hurt lock on Titus. He taps out. Okay. Backstage, Sheamus meets up with Drew McIntyre. They talk about their past. Then we got Asuka versus Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, and Lana are at ringside. This is an amp match. Asuka got the Asuka lock onto Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler comes running in, kicks Asuka. Disqualification. Everybody starts fighting, and for the 8th goddamn fucking time, Lana gets put through a table with a Samoa drop. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, can we stop this? Nia Jax gets on the microphone, tells Lana to quit. Seriously, what needs to quit is putting Lana through a goddamn table. I'm not a fan of Lana, but Jesus Christ, it's old. Backstage, Angel Garza makes another online dating video. Then we got a 7-man match for the 24/7 title. R-Truth, Drew Gulak, Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, Tucker, Eric from the Viking Raiders, and Akira Tozawa. This was a waste of fucking time. Akira Tozawa pins R-Truth, then Drew Gulak gets the pin, then Tucker gets the pin, then Drew Gulak gets the pin, then Tucker gets the pin, then Grand Metalik gets the pin, then Lindsay Dorado gets, I think Eric got a pin in there somewhere. Inevitably, R-Truth gets his title back and runs off. Complete fucking waste of goddamn time. Then we got Mustafa Ali versus Ricochet with Retribution at ringside. This was actually a decent match. It was really fast paced. There was another spot in this match. Ricochet gets cornered by Retribution. He gets into the ring. Right as soon as Mustafa Ali starts to attack, we cut to a commercial. Fuck. Okay. Mustafa Ali does a nasty backstabber from the top rope. Ricochet focuses more on Retribution at ringside. When he tries to go for a splash onto Mustafa, he gets out of the way. Ali puts him in a Goji clutch, and Ricochet passes out. Before we get to our main event, Adam Pearce tells Randy Orton that next week he'll be facing Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. This pisses him off. So we go on to our main event, Randy Orton and Miz and Morrison versus Drew McIntyre and the New Day. Orton is reluctant to tag in after he's been told what's going to go on next week. Xavier Woods gets worked over. He gets a hot tag in on McIntyre. He cleans house. McIntyre begs Orton to tag in. Orton says screw that, grabs his belt and leaves. After one final scrum, Morrison ends up eating a Claymore kick. Drew McIntyre gets the pin. And McIntyre and Orton stare each other down as we end tonight's Raw. Tonight's Raw was okay. I mean, the 24/7 match and the glorified squash matches we had was a waste. The rest of the matches were decent. We could have done without the 20 minutes of wasting time at the beginning. For the most part, the matches were good. I think Alexa Bliss was supposed to be meeting up with Drew McIntyre. I think I saw that somewhere. If that was the case, that didn't happen tonight. But in all, like I said, decent. So we'll have to see what happens on SmackDown, and that'll do it for this episode of Raw Recap. I'll be back on Friday for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Raw, what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.